I'd like to call to order a meeting of the Hanson Board of Health. It's 4:01 on Tuesday, the 9th. And I'd like to call a roll call. Arlene? Arlene's not with us. Kevin?
I'm here, Dennis. This is Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. And I'm here also. Arlene's not with us, no? Okay.
Hello?
Oh, there
There
she is.
I was
Yes.
muted. I was in the waiting room and I was muted and I didn't get unmuted.
Well, I'm glad you could make it.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start. New business, approved minutes of the meeting of January 12th, if everyone had a chance to read them.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of January 12th.
I'll second that, Kevin.
And I'll do a roll call. Arlene,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
and I'm a yes also. Next, we'll set up our next meeting date for next month. If anyone has a preference.
4 weeks is the 9th, 5 weeks is the 16th, just as an FYI.
Does anyone have a preference?
There's 5
The
weeks.
9th?
There's 5 Tuesdays in March, so.
The 9th, because I have a class on the 16th.
Okay.
Okay,
9th is fine with me.
good. Next is the COVID update. Should we save that for Gil's report?
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do.
Okay. Next, we'll go on to the well permit for 410 Brook Bend. If everyone
And
had
I
a chance to look at them.
think Mr. Hickey, who's the homeowner, is on the call as well.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the permit, and anyone have any questions for Mr. Hickey?
I had a chance to look at the drawing. Oh, here we go. I don't know that I have any questions other than the distances, but it looks like the distance is usually 100 feet, right? From existing leaching fields, but he doesn't have that.
No.
I can't. Hello?
Hello.
Well, I wasn't sure if that was my question. It's generally 100 feet from existing, but he doesn't, it looks like he doesn't have that, or am I looking at it wrong?
I don't think he does have it.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. It looks as if there isn't any place else that it would go. Where it would fit the parameters. I don't know if anyone else has questions about it.
So if it's just for irrigation only, I don't believe it needs 100%.
Okay. Is it just for irrigation?
As far
Yes,
as
it's an irrigation well.
Okay. And I don't have any other questions.
So what's it show? It shows 20 feet off the back property line. About 40 feet from the leaching field.
Yeah, so in irrigation well, I believe it's 10 feet from a tank and 25 feet from a leaching field, I believe, for irrigation.
So he should have, he's good there.
Yeah,
The only thing that I would just mention on that is maintaining 25 feet from the property line, just because that could adversely affect an abutter in the event they ever go to put a septic system in. I mean, we're only talking it would affect them 5 feet, but in the event that, say, they needed a variance to get closer to a lot line, now they would be within that 25 foot.
And he's showing 25
I thought it showed 20 on one of the,
off the back, but it's showing
20 off the back,
and 25 off
Yes.
the side.
right, but it is 20 to the back.
Yeah.
that would be my only,
More.
that, just to maintain 25 feet from property lines. And then he does have, looks like well over, looks like he has 100 to his leaching field anyway, but like I said, for an irrigation well, I believe it's only 25 feet.
Would we request them to bring it 5 feet forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense to maintain 25 feet from the property line.
Yeah.
Unless there's a reason behind it that it's shown 25 feet, I mean, 20 instead of 25. But
Tom, was there any reason for 20 instead of 25? Tom Hickey?
Hi there. Sorry for being a few minutes behind here. Could you repeat that, please?
Is there a reason why it's only 20 off the back lot and 25 from the side instead of maintaining 25 from both sides?
No, in fact, I went and looked at it again, and I think it's at one of the last drawing I had it closer to 40 actually. I don't believe it's 20, but if that were the case, I don't see a problem. I don't have an issue with that. I would have the space to make an adjustment to ensure that it's 25 at least.
That's all, just so you maintain the 25.
Sure thing.
If that's the only item of contention, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we put the well permit for 410 Brookbend. That we approve.
I'll second that motion. Just with, do we need to put a condition to have it surveyed and we'll call it an as-built, I guess, of the actual well location when it's complete?
That's up to you guys if you to do that.
He submitted some plans about this before, right? Because I saw 3 different. Right now I'm looking at one that came with the agenda. But
I believe, yes, I sent the one with the agenda, and then I also forwarded Mr. Hickey's email that he sent to me that had several drawings on it.
Yes.
That has more information, Kevin, if you want to take a look at that. That was maybe Friday that she sent that. Because I know I looked at the other one and there was a lot more information.
Right, no, all I'm talking about is there's 2 things. There's a proposed well location and a physical well location. Anytime a well is installed, you have a proposed location, but you need to actually certify in the end that the physical well is installed location, or maybe it's in a different location because once you get out there and go to install it, sometimes you need to relocate it. For whatever
so you're
reason.
saying
or if
you want him at the end. You want him at the end to come back with the plans of where it actually was placed.
Where the physical well is, so we can have it on file. So now maybe it's 35 feet, whatever the dimension is, because that needs to be documented for really for us and for any time someone has to locate that well on another plan, say in a butter, they need to locate wells.
Okay.
So we need to know the physical location of it once it's installed. Other than that, I don't have any.
We can amend the motion to include that.
Okay.
Then we'll go to a vote. Arlene,
Yes.
Kevin,
Yes.
I'm a yes also. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much.
What do we got here?
We're gonna do Gorman or West Washington.
Take a pick.
Let's do Gorman. It's the top of the list that I'm looking at.
All right, is Mr. Watson here?
Hello?
Any questions for Mr. Watson on Gorman?
Go back down. The two variances.
Can you just run us through this real quick, what you got going on? I'm just pulling it up on my computer right now.
No problem. Is it okay if I share my screen?
Sure.
So we have 207 Gorwin Drive. House is in the front facing Gorwin, and then we have the septic system in the back. It slopes off from the house to a little valley back here. We did test pits. We found the existing system, and we did 2 test pits here. And then we actually did another test pit in the back where it was higher, but the soils were terrible. So where the existing system just off to the side is essentially the best place to put it. We did 2 test pits, and when we look here, we found some very good soil. There is 4 feet of soil, and then underneath there was a very tight silt loam or loam type soil, and so that held up water table almost right at the B layer. So we weren't able to do a perk test. We took a soil sample, sent it to a laboratory, and they came back with loamy sand. So it's a class 1 soil. That being said, now we have high water table in an existing home. So the driveway here, this slopes straight back into this little valley, and we didn't want to raise the system so much that it'd be pitching water back towards the house or preclude water from draining off the driveway into the little valley there. So I was asking for a 3-foot separation instead of 4 on the groundwater separation. And then that way we get a nice flat backyard and we don't change any of the existing drainage patterns.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Everything seems to be good with Mr. Donovan's report. Any questions?
Nope.
I'll entertain a motion if everyone's satisfied.
I'll make a motion to approve the plan as submitted for 207 Gorwin Drive.
I'll second.
And we'll go to a roll call, Arlene,
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes.
I'm a yes also. Thank you, Mr. Watson.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
You too.
May I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
In regards to the well permit, the homeowner would like to know, does it need to be an as-built or can be less formal to certify the location of the well?
I mean, it's close to, formal as we can get. We really have it, shown plan by a surveyor, someone that can certify.
Okay, so a surveyed as-built, that's fine. I'll just mail him.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, spend his money,
No.
but
It would make everybody's life easier.
well, yeah, we need to know where the well actually is. I mean, we have to treat it the same. I know it's for irrigation only, and the regulations are a little less stringent on locations, but we should still know. We need to know where the wells are in town, really.
Thank you.
Thank you. The plan is for 749 West Washington with land planning.
Steve Rye should be on. Is he not on?
I
Yes,
am.
he's there.
Can
We're
you hear
just
me?
looking over this right now. Any questions for Steve? Oh, geez.
I was going to ask if the notes that were done by the reviewer, were they all incorporated into the plan that we have?
Yes, they have been. Yep.
Did you see the 27-page attachment there that he sent? It's got everything in it. I mean,
No, no.
it has all the formulas. It has everything.
Steve, what do you have for separation on your inlets on your tank? I know you're close to within the 12-inch, I think the note said.
Yeah, we're actually a little bit below the high water table. And that's only because the system right now has pipes coming out below the cellar floor.
Yep.
Cellar floor's got a sump in there, so they have one or two times in the past gotten a little bit of water in there, so that indicates the high water table is where we're expecting it is. But they don't see that very frequently. So we're using rubber boots around the inlets and outlets of all the tanks. And we've got butyl rope wrap around the access manhole. And then they're going to be using hydraulic cement to seal all the joints.
Okay. The risers, you're gonna put a little wider diameter riser on them, hopefully, so they're just set with how deep they're gonna be in the ground. Those tanks are gonna be what, like 5 feet in the ground, I think the note said.
Yeah, about 5 feet. Yeah, we're showing 24s. If we need to over the pumps, we could do a 30-inch if we needed to.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking once you get out there and you build this thing, if it makes it easier to get down in there, just
Yeah.
with a little. So these are all mono tanks.
Yeah, mono tanks. Yep.
Yeah. Are they H20 too or no?
They're H20 as well. They have to be. Yep.
Yeah, just because of the depth. Yep. No, it looks good. I don't have any problem. Looks good to me.
Any concerns?
Nope.
I'll entertain a motion if everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the plan as shown for 749 West Washington Street.
I'll second.
We'll go to a roll call. Eileen,
Yeah.
Kevin,
Yes.
I'm a yes also. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Next up is older unfinished business. How are things up at the transfer station?
Okay, you're all aware we ended up hiring the part-timer to be the full-time, for the full-time position. He started as of yesterday. Hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so that's working, he's working out quite well. He's a good worker. So, he started, and things are gonna hopefully move along smoothly there. everything else is doing pretty good. We, just trying to get the place organized a little bit better, certain things, the way the containers are going out, trying to maximize the amount of tons that goes into containers. Hopefully the next, month or so, we can get the new compactors in and make it more efficient, so. Everything else is going pretty smooth there. So if anybody has any questions as far as the transfer station goes, before I move on to the next item.
The compactors, were we able to order them, or what are we waiting for?
We're waiting for the paperwork for the contractor for the state. Has to be on a certain list, and that hasn't occurred as of yet. It's supposed to be squared away, so.
Okay. And can we use some of our RDP money?
That money was
is this the allocation that we got from town meeting?
Yeah, we got 4 for town meeting, and we're still waiting for the results of the one we applied for through the DP grant. That hasn't come through yet.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Moving along, as you're aware, we had the vaccination clinic, which went quite well. All the departments had got together. Meeting House Lane was done, and we did the clinic at the middle school, which went very well. 75 plus. Everything went quite well, and hopefully we'll be able to move on to our next phase of what we're going to do. Hopefully things will move smoothly as it did during the whole thing. There was no glitches. Everything went quite well, and we had people that, the EMTs working there and the staff working, so we did very well and very proud of what we did.
Awesome.
Okay, and moving along, as far as COVID stuff, things happen with these businesses in town. They're supposed to be all aware, and they are all aware of the fact that when they receive a positive case, they're supposed to call us immediately and close down and go to a deep cleaning. Some people get a little lax on that, and we find out through complaints and whatnot, so I end up going to the businesses. We've had an average of, in 10 days, possibly 2 or 3 businesses are shut down. A couple have been repeats. Most of the repeats have been the DDs, but, it's quite under control out there visiting these businesses and explaining the rules and regulations. Had to do a little bit of a training thing for one business yesterday and today because corporately they weren't doing what they were supposed to do, so we took care of that today. And all this stuff does take time. I mean, it's out, sometimes 5, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, making sure, trying to make sure everything runs good in the town. So we're doing pretty good. A lot of complaints. People are sitting home and thinking about different things, and they don't hesitate to call and complain. And as you are aware, health agent has to respond to all complaints, no matter what, anonymous or someone making, letting their identity be known. So we're doing pretty good there. Also, the real estate market is still on fire. A lot of repairs, numerous ones. Sometimes we have 2 a week. Sometimes we have 3 or 4 a week. So that's we're staying up with it, working diligently on this stuff to make sure that people aren't being held up. Septic system's always done at the last minute. No one seems to think ahead of time. They're done at the last minute, and everybody wants everything done in a heartbeat. So, but we're working okay. We've got a lot of, I should say a lot. We've got numerous new developments happening in Hanson, and that's quite a bit. We've got 2 or 3 proposed ones. We have a couple existing ones working, and and that's a lot of inspections, and we're working there. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, we do monthly calls on the Hanover fireworks site. It's been pretty intensive the last few months. There's a lot of things happening, and a lot of the information that comes out of that is not public information. So, we're on calls, we're on a call once a month, the town administrator, myself, and conservation. So we're staying ahead of that, the situation over there as it gets closer and closer to Hanson line, which you'll probably never reach the Hanson line, but it's quite close. Also, the commodities are working as far as, trash disposal. The commodities market is changing, and making contact again with some of the people that we've talked to before, and, getting in touch with them and trying to sit down, hopefully the next month or so, things slowed down a little bit for Mr. Stanbrook and myself, and we'll probably meet with a couple of people and see what they have to offer. So we're working on that. Also,
Gil?
To
Yep.
find a different firm, Gil?
pardon?
To find a different firm?
We're talking to different firms. As you know, your disposal contracts really don't have to be set out to bid. They can be negotiated, so that's one of the things we're working on. And the commodities market has really gone wacky, so, as you know, cardboard's making a strong comeback. It's gonna be,
Oh, wow.
so.
So, Gil, I had a question.
Yep.
Did John follow up on the contract?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which contract? Now, the New Bedford Waste contract? Is that what you're talking about?
No, he was sent a contract to have town council look over if he wanted to be, if the town of Hanson wanted to be in a regional contract.
Yes, I believe,
and-
I don't know exactly, I'm not exactly sure if town council has reviewed that. He was
Okay.
discussing reviewing it. I'll check with him again, because I think he just, because you sent that to him, what, like a week ago, week and a half ago or something?
Maybe, yeah. And this was,
Yeah, it's like a week and a half,
lot
I
of
think
time
maybe
in
10 days ago, 10, 12 days ago, so. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at, between the town accountant and John and myself, and trying to get together with some people and see exactly which way, trash is heading. It seems to be tipping the other way now, to, not a lot, but it seems to have made its peak, and now it's starting to come down, so it should be interesting in the next few months. Okay, new development, real estate, let's see, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, the office is busy, Teresa's handling the Maven and the Corvette and everything, so far we've done pretty good, everybody's busy, and it's amazing how, a lot of the departments are working together between, fire, council on aging, Meeting House Lane, it shows that, people getting together and making things happen.
That's
What
good.
about
And that's about it. I mean, anybody have any questions? I mean, it's probably covered a lot of things but.
How are we doing with inspections?
Doing pretty good. I mean, I'm out there, doing inspections, and, the next round of, food inspections will start in another month or so. So we'll handle that when it comes about. I mean, I'm out there. There's a lot of inspections that take place on these complaints. I mean, everybody's sitting home, and, they complain about the least little thing. It's crazy. So, but no, we're handling things as they come in, and we're handling in a good amount of time. Nothing's being held up, and nothing's really been set aside. Something comes in, I'm usually right on it. And if I can't get right on it, I make a phone call to the people, communicate with the people. We make phone calls. I go out to the different businesses. People want to talk to someone. They don't want to just do voicemails and stuff like that. They actually want to see people. So we're doing it.
Very good. Any questions for Gil?
No, thanks for the good work, Gil and Teresa. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
No question.
That being said, that looks like the end of it, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I will second.
We'll go to roll call. Arlene,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yes.
I'm a yes also. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.